myself Santhosh. I do have around 9 years of experience working in IT industry, and currently I'm working as manager in Microsoft, taking training for KSR for the last 5 years.
Well, thank you so much for you all joining this session. For the next 1 hour, we will talk about data engineering and we'll see what is this Azure Data Engineering and who is the right person to learn this course and what is a future you can have this with this course. So that's what we are going to see as part of today's demo. To start with, data engineering. I know only engineering because that's what is my background. I come from an engineering background. We have already completed a graduation degree, which is engineering. Now, what is this data engineering? What I have been into my experiences, you do engineering, you get into a software, you're called as a software engineer. But what is this data engineering? Most of you know what is this engineering. That's what we come the background from. But data engineering is what we need to see. And to a surprise, this word is creating a buzz around the world. Wherever I go, people talk about only data engineering, data engineering, data engineering. What is this data engineering? Let's see today. Let's get into the agenda. So in today's session, we'll see why this word has become very much buzz, and we will see how the data is keep on growing. Very layman term, I'll be explaining what is this data engineering. Even if a 10th standard student who attends this class should be able to understand what is this data engineering. That layman term you're going to explain. And then we will talk in the later part of the session. We'll talk about the importance of this subject and who is the right person who can go for this. And we'll talk about our details of this batch. Now, with that, let's get into the subject. I don't want to talk about what is data engineering and why we need it. Instead, we'll try to solve a use case first. Okay. Rather than going with some textbook definition or taking from Google, let's talk about one use case. With that use case, we'll start relating our data engineering as a subject. That's always the best way to learn. You learn anything, simply don't go and search in Google. Try to understand how that subject is going to fit the use case. With that, let's talk about first growth of data. How data keep on growing and how we are going to manage that. With that, what we will do is let's talk about a case study. Now, one case study we have taken is Amazon. One case study we have taken is Amazon. Anyone in this group who have never ever purchased anything in Amazon so far? Anyone? We almost have 60 plus people. Anyone in this group who have never ever purchased any product in Amazon so far? Anyone? Anyone? I can say each and every one would have at least purchased a product.
Purchased.
Right? Maybe I am not purchasing, but at least I use it for Amazon Prime, right? I have an account where I can use it either for buying it or I can use it for Prime. My wish. Well, I've selected a product, iPhone 14 Pro Max. This is the latest version which we had until 15 has been launched. Now we have this model. And if I want to buy this product, do you think Amazon is manufacturing this? Definitely no. Amazon has a tie-up with Apple and they give the products to Amazon and Amazon sells, right? Now, remember how Amazon works. Amazon never ever manufactures any product. They have a big warehouse. They have a big space where all the companies give their own products to Amazon and Amazon just acts like a mediator, right? You rather than going and buying in Samsung store, you going and rather than buying in Amazon store, you are going and buying in website, correct? So you're not going to buy from different vendors. Directly you're going to the website. Whatever product you want, you're buying it. Why? Who will go there? Who will go to that store? Who will wait in the queue? Simply, even at the night, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, if you wish to buy, you can buy. That's the beauty of a website and especially the e-commerce company, which is one of the topmost e-commerce company today. Anything you want to buy, you can buy from Amazon, correct? Now, the entire screen, if you see, there is one thing which I've just highlighted. I'm not sure if it is visible for you. This product, iPhone, it's something which I'm going to buy, but it is sold by Apprentices Retail Private Limited. That means there is an intermediator who is giving this product to Amazon, and right from the packing, delivery, everything will be taken care of by this Retail Private Limited company, a small company which is again tie up to this Amazon. Okay. This is Amazon. What about the other one? Let's go and buy another product. If I'm talking about a product which is a Vivo phone, now this time where we are going to get the product, we are going to get the product from market toppers. So I don't know how many of you have observed this. Whenever you are buying any product, there will be a information that will be given, right? Who will be like delivering this product to you. Now, Amazon cannot take complete responsibility on its own. We do have lot of tie-up retail companies who are taking care of each and every products. See, phone company, they'll sell only phone products. Laptop or a Dell or even a Lenovo, they sell only their own products. So there is going to be a certain small retail companies who are going to sell the products to us. Correct? Now we have different products in Amazon, and each one has a different retail small retail companies who are selling to us, and they take care of all the deliveries, everything. And so far so good. But now the problem comes. To whom the problem comes is Amazon. Now what Amazon will do, they individually are collecting the information from all these retailers, small retailers. Market toppers are one of the retailers, and if I talk about Aperia Retail Private Limited, it is one of the retailers. Now what Amazon is doing, end of the day, Amazon has to go and report how much of sales we have made, how much of revenue we have made, and they need to get the complete information about the business. But currently we'll talk about a traditional method. What is a traditional method? Currently what is happening in the market? Okay, this small retail companies are sharing their own order details in the form of CSV files, Excel files, JSON files, and data files, right? Now if you see here, Aperia Retail Private Limited, they have sold 895 products. Okay. And Retail EZ have sold 1420. VRP Telematics is another retail company, a small retail company. Just now I have shown you in couple of slides how this names has been displayed. These are all small retail companies who are helping the big giant Amazon. Now, what is happening currently in the market? I'll tell you. Each and every small retail companies are sharing the information to our team, and in our team what they're doing, each individual person is taking care of separate product from separate data set. CSV is a data set, XML is a data set, JSON is a data set, and Excel file is also one of the data set. Now all this is been collected by a person, and he is actually reporting to CEO of Amazon. Right? What is happening? Let's say, for example, the company Aperia Retail Private Limited, he talks to CEO, right? He talks to CEO. That means he has checked all this 895 orders. He is storing in CSV file. And this is a person who is like calculating how much of revenue we have got this from 985 products. And this guy is going and talking to our CEO. Now, each and every retail company, if they're talking to CEO will have to scratch his head. Why? How many appointments I can give for each and every retailers? Now, this becomes a very much complex understanding here, because there can be certain customers who can buy from two different retailers, or there could be any one product which is available in two retailers. So lot of duplications will happen, lot of recounting will happen, and lot of times you will also make up mistakes. And now, as an Amazon CEO, I don't want to trust each and every individual retailer doing their own analysis. I am not okay with it. Now, this is a strict instruction given by Amazon CEO, says that, hey, how come all the person are coming and meeting me about the analysis? I just want overall revenue that we have got generated now. Why each and every person is coming and talking to me? How many appointments I can give to each and every individual head, right? And there are some retailers company who are like against each other, like they have their own numbers, and even we cannot trust that, right? Whatever these people give, that is what CEO have to believe, right? Whatever these people give, that is what CEO has to believe. Now I don't have a track of it. Now instead of this number, this guy says it's 995 orders. What is the proof? He says that we have sent 995, but there could be some duplications. One person could have purchased two times, and this guy would have counted two times. Correct? Now lot of times this can happen. Now let's say same example I'll give you. We have 60 plus in this people. Same person who's sitting in house, he would have logged in from his mobile. Also, he would have logged in from his website. Are we going to count two times? Same person, maybe he don't have a proper audio in his smartphone. That's why he has logged in into website and is seeing the video from his phone. One person, two way of displaying. One is for listening and one is for viewing. If I was the person who is part of KSR, I will count it two times. I'll think as okay, two students have joined, but that's not the case. Lot of challenges can occur if each and every individual file is being analyzed by each and every one person in the market. That is what is happening. Now, as a part of the solution, well, known to be a data engineer, now I'm going to provide one solution to this. The challenges are this, but let's talk about the solution. Now, if I was the person, what I would have done is I would have first gathered all the files that is individually given by all the retailers. Then I would store in the one database first. One database first. Okay. And then in this database, I will trust my own engineer as part of my company, right? Engineer, who's my data engineer, and I'll ask only him the details because I trust my own engineer. Now, what is this data engineer is going to do? He is going to collect all the files and going to store it in one database. And here he will put some extra efforts. What is that extra efforts? He will try to clean the data. He will try to remove the duplicates. He will try to remove the null values, and he will make sure everything is a well organized. Phone number is not required for anywhere for analysis. I will remove it, right? I don't need customer age. I will remove it. Customer date of birth, why I need? I don't need. Certain columns, I will remove it. Certain columns, I will keep it. Whichever I need for my business, I will keep it safely. Whichever is not required, I will drop it. Now, here I have the luxury to go and do whatever I want because it's my company and it's my data engineer. Now, I need to know what I need to keep, what I don't want to keep, what I need to treat it. Some missing values will be there, some null values will be there, some abnormalities will be there. All these corrections, who is going to make? Well, that's the person who is data engineer. And from the data engineer, I will talk to my CEO. Very simple. Compared to two solutions, the previous solutions was like this. Everything, each and every individual is going and showing to CEO. CEO also got frustration. How many people he will meet? There are 1,495 retail companies. Can 1,400 retail companies manager can go and talk to my CEO? Not possible. And each and everyone they focus on the data cleaning or data transformation. Everything junk value, they'll go and dump it in our file system because they are not a part of our company. They just want to go and share everything to Amazon CEO. But now I'm going to introduce a person who is part of my company, who is going to help all these data sets to be clubbed together, organized together, come up with a beautiful information about the business, and then showcase it to our CEO. Well, this is a proposed solution who is going to help us, and that person is data engineer. And in future, you all people are going to do the same thing. Now, at this point of time, what's your work is data engineering. Data is a word, engineering is a word. Engineering is trying to find out certain information, doing all the connections, doing all the data cleaning, making sure the system works. And that system, you're going to work with the data, and that's the word data engineering. The complete role, you only work with data, and nothing else. There is nothing else you will work other than data. Most ever privileged role in the data driven technology. We have data analyst, we have data scientist, and we have data engineer. And data engineer is the most privileged one. The reason, without data engineers, there is no other role at all. Let me tell you in the later part, the difference between all three. But at this point of time, please understand what we are going to do as a data engineer. The data is scattered across different systems, and we are the people who are going to organize it, clean it, transform it, and come up with the useful insights or useful information to our CEO. Now, CEO will decide, okay, from this retailer, we have got only less product. What is happening with the retailer? Is there anything wrong? Does they have low feedback? Or they're not providing a proper customer service? Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Personally, I don't use Amazon. You know why? I had a very bad feedback. Let me tell you. I ordered a product. Okay. In the older version, I'll say what happened. I ordered a product. Not now. It happened a couple of years back with my own case. I usually use Flipkart or eBay, but personally, I don't use it. You know why? I had one, I would say, trouble with Amazon. I purchased one product. Okay, I don't want to name it. It's where it's purchased by XYZ retailer. In the retailer, as I said, this is Amazon website. this is a retailer and this is me. Okay, three people are there. Now I've directly ordered from Amazon, but Amazon will not have the product. Amazon will give the request to retailer, say that, hey boss, one person has requested for XYZ product, please deliver him. Okay, what this retailer people will do, they will deliver the product to me and they will go and inform the Amazon, yes, I have done it. But you know what happened? For one of the product which I purchased, they didn't even deliver me, but they have told the Amazon that I have delivered the product to customers. And in Amazon portal, in my history of the products, the product says it is delivered. But I've never got the product. This is the same exact situation which I had. Trust me, this has happened. Retailer has never delivered the product to me, but he has went and updated in the Amazon stating that I have delivered it. After this only, Amazon has come up with now OTP validation. Whenever now the product is delivered, now you will be asked to give this OTP to that person. And if that person enters that, and only then your product will be updated on the website that it is delivered. Nowadays, if you have observed this, right? Most of your delivery products, it is being verified with OTP. Can I get a confirmation? Is it happening? Any product you
Yes.
purchase in Amazon, now it has been validated with OTP. The reason all this fraud is happening, before OTP, the retailer will simply say that I have delivered the product, but it will directly go and update in the website also. Now, unless and until the OTP is being shared with that person, and if that OTP is matching with the OTP that the Amazon is having, only then we assume that the product has been handed over to the customer. Well, this is a solution they propose, and nowadays you see all of the products is been verified with the OTP. All this misses, all this fraud, everything is happening because it's a data. If the data is not managed well, this type of issues can come. Now what I'm going to do, I will not depend on the internal people. I will not depend on the internal people. Well, what I am doing, you simply collect all the information and store it in our own database. From my database, I will take care. It's my business, it's my data, I know how to take care. Your work is to, as a retailer, you only sell the products and you give the information. Well, I'll take about the data cleaning, take care about the unwanted information, I'll take care of all these things. And who is a person? Well, thank you so much, I'm a data engineer, I will take care of it. Well, that's a response I can give to the retailers, and it's my responsibility to manage my own data. Correct. Now, in your home, it's your responsibility to organize all the items which you want. No one will come outside and help you, right? You can decide where my TV has to be placed, where my fridge or washing machine or a cupboard, or where my computer has to be replaced. It's you will be deciding. Now it's your own data, it's your own your component, and it's your own. You're going to arrange it. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to depend on the data engineers who are going to work for me. Well, with that, I'm talking about only Amazon. I'm talking about only Amazon. I have some very close feeling to Amazon because that was my previous company. Now I'm working in Microsoft. Previously, I was working in Amazon. So that's why I took this as like an example. But there are crores of company in the real world. Many, many, many businesses happening. I'm talking about e-commerce. There is a Facebook, there is an Instagram, right? YouTube, Twitter. What is this? Correct? How many businesses happening across the world? And KSR is also one business among this. Maybe KSR may call it as a customers, I'll call it as a student. That one and the same. Yesterday, some free time I had, I was watching, Instagram reels. Okay, I usually don't do it, but some Saturday and Sunday I do have some free time, no office. So I was watching some reels. See, yesterday what happened? That's what I'm explaining in this session today. Okay, I was like watching reels. There is a one celebrity person. There is a celebrity person who has given a live, Instagram live. They went for live, and that I did not see. Now that has come as a video. Okay, I was really shocked. Okay, listen carefully. What happened? That celebrity, you can ask questions to them. Okay, what is your favorite food? What is your favorite color? Which car you own? All this people used to ask the question, and that celebrity was answering. Someone asked a question: which college did you study? What was your CGPA. Someone asked this, okay? Trust me, someone asked this. A normal person asked this question to a celebrity in Instagram live video. The person said SRM University. There is one university called SRM University. Example, it could be ABCD University, it could be XYZ University, it could be any university. The person said, I studied in ABC University. Okay, done. The next reel which I'm seeing, I'm getting about the reel admission to this college. See how it is working. Trust me, this happened yesterday for me. The first reel, I'm seeing a celebrity is talking about their personal information. Like, I studied in this college, I did this master's, I did it, and I was not interested to go to a job. That's why I came to a film industry, and I was acted in this movies. This is my favorite color. This is my favorite food. This is my favorite place. Everything is she saying. The next reel which I'm getting is an admission to the same university I'm getting. See how brilliant this Instagram people are. See how brilliant this Instagram people are. They are deciding what video you need to watch. It's not you who is deciding which video I need to watch. Please remember this. Please remember this. You are just seeing the reels, the next reel, the next reel, the next reel, the next reel. It's not who you are deciding. Instagram is deciding what video you need to see. That's the power of an algorithm. You people are just wasting your time. But please remember, next video what you need to watch, the person who's sitting in the Instagram office is deciding, not you. I'm just giving an example of Instagram. There are a lot of other things like this. There are 1 lakh applications. There are 1 lakh applications that a normal people are using. But if you take about a business, there is a very huge business that is happening. Everyone, including me, is running the show for a business. I need to be honest with you. Everything is a business. Amazon is a business. Flipkart is a business. Netflix is a business. Amazon Prime is a business. Hotstar is a business. The advertisements which you're getting when you're watching the matches or any program, it's a business. KSR is a business. WhatsApp is a business. I can't even name how much of applications are there. All this, now the problem is we need to have the manage the data. Well, all these applications are running well, but end of the day, who is managing the data? Where are we storing it? And that's the biggest problem in the current market. With that, let me give you few facts. You may be asking, data is there from the long back. Why now it is a buzzword, or why now data engineering is a booming? Let me tell you. If you see in the left side, all these applications was launched in 2004, 5, 6, 7, which was almost 15 to 20 years before. That time, even though Facebook was launched, we didn't even have Facebook to use. We don't even have a smartphone, right? Why are you taking other example? Take my example. My first smartphone I purchased in 2014. That's my first smartphone. I created my Facebook account in 2015. I watched my first YouTube video in 2015. I created my WhatsApp account in 2015. I first traveled in Ola or Uber in 2018. I did my first transaction in Google or GPay or a phone pay in 2019. Personally, I'm talking. Before that, no smartphone, no internet. Yesterday and today, my cousins came to my home and they said, I want to build one project for my final year. I'm studying a BE fourth year. Maybe they are asking to do one project and I need to have a documentation. I need to prepare some documentation. So I'm going to use a laptop. 2023, it is happening. When I was in my final year, I used to go to cyber center. I used to go to cyber center. 1 hour 20 rupees. Do you all remember this? We don't even have a smartphone during our generation. Are you also part of this? Yes? Yes or no? Another thing I'll tell you. Today, after India, hopefully, let's say India has won the match. India and Australia match is going on, right? And you people are all watching. Let's say India win the match. Then next minute, you know what will happen? Then next minute, you know what will happen? You all people will start posting Instagram story, WhatsApp status. Yes, true, right? You all people will go and put stories and you will start tag them and everyone will congratulate in Twitter and they'll do it. Correct? World Cup season 2023 we have a World Cup and which is scheduled in India. Correct? October 5th we are going to have India. In World Cup is going to start. I still remember 2007 T20 World Cup, inaugural World Cup, India versus Pakistan. We had a final match. What if I say you that when India won the 2007 World Cup, there were no WhatsApp or there is no Instagram? Very straightforward analysis in front of you. When India won the first World Cup 2007, just 15 years back, I'm saying you, There was no WhatsApp, there was no Instagram. Can you ever believe this? Today everyone wins and Virat Kohli is having 140 million followers. 2007, nothing. We used to get the match in Doordarshan TV and we used to bunk the class to watch the match. Today, technology is grown, data is improving, storage is improving, the entire system is improving, right? The reason why it is happening all this now is now everyone is aware of it. In my generation or in my case, we did not even have a smartphone. Nowadays, people are getting committed in WhatsApp and Instagram. You know what I used to do when I was in 2012 or 2011? We used to have something called coin booth. Coin booth. That yellow color box will be there. Okay, people who don't know, let me show you right away. I used to play with this coin booth. That yellow color box. Do you all remember this? Do you all remember this? Now tell me, have you ever seen this coin booth now? Any one shop if you show me, I'll get you whatever you ask.
Yeah, in the colleges we are seeing.
Colleges, it's there, is it?
Mm.
Right? My case, I was doing this. I used to play. I used to call my girlfriend. I used to put a coin and disconnect it. That was what I was doing. Nowadays, Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, and there's some other apps also. I don't know. My cousins keep saying this. We can chat with anyone in this app. All this, right? Technology has changed, whereas there is a problem with the process now. Now, data engineering is getting demand in the last 5 years because the data keep on increasing, and there is no one else who is managing. I'll tell you, every day, on an average, every Indian, I don't know about other people, I know about 10 Indians because I'm researching on a paper on Indian people. Every day, every Indian is spending on average of 6 to 6.5 hours on their smartphone. This is a true fact. Every day, each Indian is spending 6 hours on their smartphone. Maybe today you're spending 2 hours, tomorrow you'll spend 8 hours. On an average, 6 hours. Every individual is spending 6 hours on smartphone. They're utilizing 1 to 1.5 GB of data. Now, when people are using it, it is very user friendly to us. But in the back end, people are struggling to store this data. People are struggling to process this data. The next video, watch what you need to watch. Instagram is deciding how it is possible. Do you think without proper management of data, this is possible? Definitely not. You take a university, if everyone are a rank student, the first thing you have to thank is the management of the college. Today, if any application is successful, you need to thank the data management of the application because they are the brains who are doing this. With that, it's a very straightforward stats for you. For the last 40 to 45 minutes, I'm speaking, right? You know what is happening in the backend? Users are watching 41 lakh videos every minute in YouTube, and it's happening currently. For the last minute, there are 46,000 posts that has been posted, and I'm talking for 40 minutes now. 46k into 40 minutes. You imagine how many photos has been uploaded in the Instagram in the time which we are speaking. Just now I searched about coin booth, right? Just now I searched about coin booth, right? In Google. Every second, 40,000 searches is happening in Google. I took 3 seconds to search. Every second, these people are processing 40,000 searches. 3.5 billion searches happening all over the day. If India is sleeping, US is awake. They are searching. If US is sleeping, India is awake. There is no break at all for Google. When all this are happening, everything for us very beautifully, no problem, nothing. We need to appreciate the people who are working back end of this. I can proudly say, and I'm very proud to say that I'm a data engineer because some of the other way I'm very helpful to the society because I'm helping them to manage the data. And just in case I need to tell you, you're also going to do the same thing by learning this course. You're going to manage the data for them. You're going to arrange them the data. You're going to organize everything to them. And that's the role of a data engineer. Now, until data was data, we did not have a problem. You know what has become a problem now? Data changing to big data. Data changing to big data. Data, big data. There are two words, right? Data means a normal data. And let's assume that before the evolution of all this Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, it was a data. Now what is happening? Big data. Now what is happening? Big data. Very simple words. I'll explain you what is this big data. Please listen carefully. Please listen carefully, right? You have a glass, okay, water glass. I'm explaining you big data in a very, very simple terms. You have already purchased one glass. Imagine that's a silver glass. Okay, some people say that, yeah, you're born with a silver spoon, right? Let's assume that it's a silver glass, which cost me around $100. I already have a glass. I already have a glass. Whenever you are a kid, imagine they have taken a glass for you. And I still remember, I still have it. Whenever you're drinking a glass, there will be one small pipe attached. Have you used that? I have used this when I was a kid. Now it's a normal tumbler, but whenever you're a kid, they will used to have a small pipe in that. Fix this pipe only. Do you remember that glass? Yes, no. What it is called? Let me search in Google. Tumbler with lid. What is it? No. Tumbler with straw. No, it's not this I'm looking for. Yeah, this one. Do you remember this? Yeah, this is what I was searching for. Do you remember this? Yes or no? I used to drink water in this tumbler. I still remember.
Yes, yes.
Right? I mean, I'm not talking about all this generation people. We're all talking about our case. I assume that all of you are of my age only, right? All of you are like similar to my age. Very rarely some freshers would have joined this class. Maybe I don't know if you have used this. I don't know about 2K kids if you have used this. All this 90 kids would have used this. That I'm very sure of it. Now what I see, all this is coming. New Tumblr, this type of things and all coming. But I remember this. Okay. Now imagine they have taken a glass for you like this. When you were small, when you were 5-year-old kid. When you're 5-year-old kid, you are drinking only this much of water. So this glass was very sufficient for you, right? Whenever you're 5-year-old kid, this was very sufficient for you. When you become 7 years, you started drinking half of the water filled with the glass. 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, 11 years, 12 years. After 12 years, is this one glass of water is going to be enough for you? Definitely no. Definitely no. For a 12-year-old kid, this 250 ml of the glass is not enough to drink water on first attempt. I mean, you can repour it, drink it, repour it, drinking, you can do it, right? For a 12-year-old kid, 250 ml of glass water is not enough, correct? This is a glass which is a capacity of 250 ml. One drop if you pour, it becomes 251 ml. It's called big data. It's called big data. I hope you understand. The capacity of the glass is 250 ml. 249 ml is not a big data. 250 ml is not a big data. 251 ml is a big data. Okay. Another example. On every house, flat, everything, you have a water tank. The capacity of the water tank is 1000 liters. I don't know about US people, but in India, we have a water tank out on top of every building. 999 liters is not a big data. 1000 liters is not a big data. 1001 liters is a big data. Now I want you people to answer. When I'm saying 250 ml is 251 ml is also a big data. It's a very small quantity. There I'm comparing with 1000 liters. What is big data? Small quantity also I'm calling as big data. Big capacity also I'm calling big data. Now you tell me how I am defining big data. I have never defined big data, but you people are saying very much a very right answer. How is this possible? I never defined what is big data. I just give you example. You yourself started defining big data. How is this possible? Is it? I did not even big data, but you people are saying correctly. How is this possible? Okay. Now this is what I wanted to tell, and this is what the KSR is known for. I never ever say any definition. Any definition you want, you please go and ask ChatGPT. Any definition we want, you please go and ask Bard. I am not here to give the definition. I'll give you the example. I'll make you understand. You define your own definition. You define your own way you want. The big data is defined as something which you're storing more than the capacity. It's called as big data. 251 ml is also called a big data. 1001 liters is also called a big data. It all depends on the capacity. And nowadays, why the data is getting bigger, 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 bigger? Because all the people are using data. They don't know how to handle it, right? That's what I'm saying. It's just a 1 hour of wasting your time in Instagram reels. That 1 hour of time for Instagram, it's a revenue generation hour. Please remember, you and me both are at the opposite side. You are using it, I am making money from that. Simple. Now you people are listening, I'm on the opposite side, I'm making money. As simple as that. You need to understand whether you want to be in that side or you want to be in this side. That's what I'm saying. You are very happy wasting time in Instagram reels. What I am doing, I'm helping the Instagram reels to generate revenue for them. That's what I'm doing. Two opposite people, right? And nowadays, if you want to use a smartphone, Smartphones are the main reasons why data is getting like anything. I'm telling you, right? 6 hours you're spending on daily basis. You may not count it, but I can say you every day you people are using minimum 6 hours. Whether you're sleeping 8 hours or not, I don't care. But you are using smartphone for 6 hours. I can give you in a written document. Internet users, smartphones, sensors, all this is making the data to keep on increasing, and that's how data is increasing. And you need not have a formal education to go and use a smartphone. You give it to your 2-year-old kid, they will use better than you. 2 minutes back, my mom is also pinging me from the other room, what dinner you want, I'll prepare it. I'm in this room, she's in all, but she's asking me through WhatsApp message. How is this possible? User friendly usage. Anyone can use a smartphone. You need not have a graduation degree, or you need not have any formal education. Even if you have not even went to school, you can still use a smartphone. That's the beauty of smart devices. This is one of the reason why data is growing bigger and bigger, right? With that, can I just ignore it? It's not required. If Instagram is ignoring, let him watch whatever Instagram reels what he want. Why will I do? Let's go and see whatever I want, right? Can we do that? Are you running the show for free? Are you doing a social service? Are you doing any for charity? Nothing. Everything comes with a price tag. There is nothing in this world without price. Everything comes with a price tag. And this price tags, to decide the price, to decide the revenue, I have to have a data. Without data, there is nothing you can do. In a human body, heart is important or brain is important? Both. You can still live without one. What is that? Have you ever heard about brain dead people? What happens to the brain dead people? Example, coma. But still their body is alive, but blood is getting circulated, is able to breathe, still heart is working. Have you ever seen anyone without a heart? Brain is very active. Brain is very fresh, very active. Can still a human live without heart? Your data is like your heart. Your data is like your heart. Without data, nothing will ever work in the real time. Show me any application where it is very useful for business without data. It's impossible. We cannot ignore data. With every data, we can start making business. We can start analyzing it. Today, just before the start of the class, someone said it's an Indian pitch. India will win the match. Do you think it just said that like that? I don't know. I don't remember your name, but you said this example, right? How is this possible? Before the session, you have seen all the stats in ClickBus. There, India's last 5 or 10 indoor scores they have given. Did you see that or not? Yes, that is what it has happened. You're understanding, you're analyzing the past data, and you're predicting today. And for that, the data is important. In my last demo on data engineering, I gave an example of Chandrayaan 3. I don't know how many of you remember that, but when that happened, everyone were waiting that each and every point that was been sending from moon, someone is capturing in Earth. Who is that? Data engineers. Don't think that ISRO is just a people of scientists. There are a lot of back-end data engineers who are working to capture the data. Data is not only in Earth now. Data is also in moon. When miles of kilometers which is away, and they're sending the data, who is capturing here? It's you. If someone is throwing ball at you, you have to catch it. Who is the catcher? You are the catcher. You are the data engineer. I can even give 1,000 examples of data engineers. With this, I can never ever ignore the data. Now that's what I said. How data has become grown bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's why it's called a big data. It's all about the usage. There are millions of people who are using this data, but there is no one who can organize this data. And that's where big data came into picture. If I want to store a data, I can use an Excel. A very simple, yeah. You store it in Excel, but what is the capacity? Maximum you can store 10 lakhs. After that, how much you can store? Nothing. Okay, let's go for Oracle. 5 GB you can store. Let's go for MySQL. How much you can store? 2 GB. For the last 1 hour, whatever I'm speaking, my audio, my video, my screen, everything is getting recorded. The capacity of the video will be 1.2 GB by end of the session. Where am I going to store? Storage is what now is important, right? And I was talking about millions of applications that are around the world. We can see in 2020, just before the lockdown, I'm a very lazy person. And just before the lockdown, I've taken this 2020, we had a data of 40 gigabytes. And people who don't know gigabyte, this is a table for you. I know kilobyte, I know megabyte, I know gigabyte. Someone, if you ask their phone, what is your phone memory? I'll say it's 8 GB RAM. Someone asks, what is your hard disk? I'll say 1 terabyte. After that, petabyte, exabyte, gigabyte. I don't even know this. To give a high level understanding how much of data that is getting generated by 2020, it's 40 followed by 10 followed by 21 zeros. We are talking about KSR's 1.2 GB. The data that is getting generated from across different systems is 40 gigabyte. And as I said, I'm very lazy. At 2020, I did not take. After 2020, we all know how the situation changed. Lockdown, students, kids started using their smartphones for online sessions. And it is expected by 2025. Now we are almost in mid-year. We are almost going to touch from 2024. In 2020, we had 40 gigabyte in the previous slide. 2025, 175 gigabytes. Even your kid is using your YouTube. Please be aware of it. Every minute, you know how many videos has been published, correct? And that's how the data is keep on increasing. Now data is keep on increasing means the tumbler is completed. The tumbler initially it was this much, this much, this much, this much, this much, this much. By chance, if you don't replace a tumbler with a higher size, all your water is getting spilled. If you don't have a proper capacity now, all the data will get spilled. How to handle this? With that, let's talk about this. I'm from Bangalore, so obviously I need to talk about Bangalore. This is a photo that has been taken right from my terrace. This is a photo right taken from one of the building during rainy season. Do you know how messed up? Imagine if there is a sudden rain that happens in your place. What is going to happen? Water will never find a place to settle. That's what you're seeing in this picture. It is spreading across the streets. And if you observe carefully, it is also entering most of the houses here. Your normal life is affected. Correct? Correct? Just see this. And
Yes.
another analogy why data engineering is important. Understand this example. Suddenly, if it rains suddenly in your home, near your area or everything, what is happening? Everything is affected. The reason? I've also given the reason. No proper rainwater harvesting, no proper planning. We were not prepared for this. All this years it never happened. Suddenly it happened. What I'm doing? Please listen for next 1 minute what I'm saying. After all, just a rain if you're not able to handle in your city, if data is also flowing like this in your company or in your application, if you don't manage it, how messed up your data will be? Rainwater itself you are not able to manage means how are you going to manage millions of records that is getting affected every now and then? Okay, if you're not happy with this example, imagine you all call your relatives to you suddenly to your house. They all will suddenly come. Your house is a 30-40 square feet house with 2 attached bathroom and 1 kitchen and 3 rooms. If 40 people come to your house, what will happen? Do you think they'll come to your home again? Do you think you'll come to home again? They never find a place to sit. Food shortage, congested. You called everyone at once. You should have called Saturday morning some people, Saturday evening some people, Sunday morning some people, Sunday afternoon some people. You should have done that. But what happened? You called everyone at the same time and you did not know how to handle the situation. Well, after all, listen. After all, 40 people you're not able to manage. How are you going to manage 40 gigabyte of data? Listen, 40 people you are not able to manage. We have 40 gigabyte of data that is getting generated. Did you understand what we are talking about? As of 2020, 40 gigabyte is there. Who is going to manage it? Where are you going to store it? Right? With that, let's talk about now. What if data also comes in this manner? That is what is happening in this century, 21st century. Data is coming from different forms, but unfortunately, we as a company, we as a KSR, we as an Amazon, we as an Microsoft, we as a Google, we as an any XYZ company, if data also flows like this, do you have the capacity to handle? Do you have your system to process? Is your data can handle different varieties of data? And do you think how to handle all this? Well, I'm not talking about relatives. I'm not talking about rain. I'm not talking about anything else. Now I'm talking about data. If data also suddenly flows like this, just like your relatives or a rain, what are you going to do? Close the shutter, go sleep. Are you going to do this? If that is the case, every company would have given up. Today, thousands of companies are still running successfully, all because of they know how to manage the data. And now I'm again going to say you that data engineers are the people who are going to tell the companies how you can manage the data. With all this, unfortunately, in the current system, we are not able to store the data. I'll tell you how. We have a problem in current system. We have a problem in current system. Please be informed that remember this as a tumbler. Please remember this as a glass. This is a storage. You can store water up to what level? Up to this level. After that, it will spill out. There are already certain systems in the current market because data keep on generating right from a long time. The systems are already there. Those systems which is already there are, we have a, before that I'll tell you the data we are getting from different systems and you're storing, right? This is called ETL. E stands for extract, T transfer transfer, L stands for load. Since the data is coming from different systems, you need to extract the data. That's why E. You have to transfer it, you have to remove the unwanted column, you have to keep the columns which is needed, that is T, and you're loading the data, that is called L. That means this is already happening in the market. Already there are n number of applications that is happening in the market, and those ETL tools are this one: Oracle Data Integrator, SAP, Microsoft SQL Server, Informatica, Talent, SAS, Ab initio. There are lots of applications which is already in the market. Who is helping us to achieve this? Who is helping us to achieve this? All these are already there. Then you may be asking, you told me about data engineering. Now, are we going to learn this tool? Because these are the tools who is helping us to manage the data, who are helping to manage this data, right? In your family, who is going to manage your head of the family? Maybe your dad. He will tell you, call that family in the morning, you call this family in the evening. He will decide. Now, at least some part of the city, rainwater harvesting is still done. Who is responsible? Let's say government, right? So there's one person who's responsible for this. So similarly for data engineering, assume that these are the tools who is responsible for doing the organizing the data. But these tools are not helping us in the current market. In the current scenario, 2020, 2021 or 2022 or 2023 or even in 2025, these tools are not going to help us. Once upon a time, these tools were very, very helpful. Once upon a time, these tools were very, very helpful. I need to agree, these were very helpful. Coin booth, it was very helpful during my generation. And today, it's useless. It's useless. Everyone is having smartphone. There is an upgradation that has to happen to every system. Well, I'm sorry to say this. These tools are now slowly getting retired. These are the beautiful tools that was we were using in the early 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14. Unfortunately, one by one, it is falling down. After you attain a certain age, slowly your energy gets dropped down. Same thing has happened to these tools also. One by one, the tool is falling down. The reason they are not able to manage the load. Data is keep on increasing, 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 unable to maintain the cost. See, this glass is not good, 250 ml. You will go with 350 ml. If 350 ml is not working, 50. I mean, as and then your water increasing, you are buying it. You are buying it. At one point of time, can you buy 1,000 liter glass? It is more expensive. Every year, as in then the kid keeps on growing, are you going to increase the size of the glass? Well, you can do it. If you have money, you can do it. It requires a capital investment, and once the data starts spilling out, there is a risk is also data loss, and company will say no, 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 you cannot use any other storage, you have to use only glass. Lot of things is happening in the current system. Well, all this time I was talking about only data engineering, but data engineering in the current system is facing an issue, and that's why we have to go and find an alternative solutions in order to handle this on premises problems. On premises is something which is in your control, where you cannot keep on increasing the storage, and this is not working, and now we are going to cloud computing. Again, just I given an example of an your big data. I will give an example for cloud computing. Listen carefully. In 1 minute, I will explain you what is this cloud computing. Just in 1 minute. And you can challenge against on my face if you have not understood this. For the next 1 minute, if you don't understand cloud, you can challenge me on my face. Okay, listen. This is my laptop. My laptop is having 200 GB in the C drive, 462 GB in D drive, 468 GB in F drive. Totally, I have 1 terabyte of storage. Today, entire KSR information I am managing in my laptop. We have 10,000 students who have gone through all the courses. All the 10,000 students information, I am managing it. Okay. I have one laptop, 1 terabyte of storage. My laptop cost 1 lakh. Listen carefully. The capacity of my laptop is 1 terabyte. Today, KSR data, I'm able to manage within this 1 terabyte data, and my laptop cost 1 lakh. Tomorrow, my 1 terabyte becomes 5 terabyte. Okay, that means my KSR data from 1, it has changed to 5. Now I will go and buy 5 laptops because one laptop capacity is 1 terabyte only. So if I want with a higher version, maybe the cost of the laptop will be high. I want to buy budget laptop, 5 laptops. I have to spend 5 lakhs. Tomorrow, my KSR data becomes 100 terabytes. I have to buy 100 laptops. The cost of the laptops are 100 lakhs. 100 lakhs is 1 crore. Is it a right way to do it? Every TB cases, why don't you buy a new laptop to store? Is it a right way to do it? Why? Disk also, it will charge you around 6 to 7K. Every time do you plug it? The purpose of going with a laptop is I can go and see the data if it is a laptop. Hard disk means I have to always plug in. I would prefer laptop than hard disk. Forget it. Is this a right way? Why? Okay. I need to pay salary for 100 people. All the people who are attending in the class, if I ask you to maintain my laptop, will you do it for free? Now, imagine that my laptop is, I need a KSR data, which is going to be 10 terabyte. I have to store 10 terabyte of data and I have to buy 10 laptops for that. The charges is 10 lakhs. To spend 10 lakhs is not a big deal. But what happens in future? 10 lakhs become 20 lakhs, 20 lakhs become 40 lakhs. Now, listen carefully. Listen carefully. Now, this is what I'm defining the cloud computing now. In order to store this, I am spending 10 lakhs. Someone falling from sky, a moving star, will right away come from sky and say that you give me 3 lakhs, I will manage the entire data for you. You don't worry. You don't buy laptops. You don't worry about security. You don't worry about data loss. You don't worry about investments. You don't ever worry about how are you managing all this. You simply focus on your training. You simply focus on your teaching. I will take care of everything for you. I will take care of everything for you. Who am I? Cloud computing. You no need to spend 10 lakhs for all your systems. You give me 3 lakhs, I will take care of everything. That's what is a cloud computing. I have to go to office. I have to take class. I have to do household works. I have to cook food. I have to take care of everything. Is it possible? Definitely no. What is my main priority? I will take class. For rest of the things, I will keep a maid who can help me. Problem solved. That's what I'm going to do here. As a single person, as a KSR perspective, KSR cannot maintain all the data. Now we are going to give it to cloud. Now cloud says, boss, if you are managing, you have to pay 10 lakhs. You don't give me 10 lakhs, you give me 3 lakhs. I will take care of everything. Problem solved. When someone is flying high in the sky and saying that, boss, you don't worry, I am there to help you. What else you need? Instead of 10 lakhs, you're paying only 3 lakhs to him. And that's what your cloud computing is going to help us. Cloud computing, the good thing is unlimited storage. Everything they'll take care. Everything, each and everything they'll take care. Only you need to pay them some cash. That's it. That's fine. Rather than spending 10 lakhs, I can give him 3 lakhs, right? That's what we are going to do. But the good thing is we have 4 cloud computing services. I'll give a simple example. I'll give a simple example to differentiate this four. How many of you know pen drive? Everyone knows pen drive. Pen drive is a storage device. But we have Samsung pen drive, we have Sony pen drive, we have SanDisk pen drive, we have Transcend pen drive. Among these 4 brands, which one you will choose? Which one you will choose? You have to use a pen drive. You have to use a pen drive. We have 4 company brands. Which one you will choose? Most trusted band. The moment you insert it, it should read it. It should not have any virus or format issues. The one which you choose have to be very good in terms of it's how it works. Correct? Now, imagine you have to eat a pizza. Okay. After this class, don't scold me just because I reminded this and you're not supposed to have now. Imagine that you have to have a pizza. You can have pizza in Domino's and Pizza Hut. You have to order it. Now tell me, will you order it from Domino's or will you order it from Pizza Hut? Both the places pizza you will get it. Question is, where do you order it? I'm not asking any data engineering question. Come on, open your mouth. I'm asking you have to eat a pizza. There is a Domino's, there is a Pizza Hut. Where do you order?
Yeah.
There is one advertisement also. Your pizza will come faster than your ambulance. Which company has given this advertisement? Okay. Imagine if I want to order pizza. You know what I will do? I will first look into the location. If Pizza Hut is 5 kilometers and if Domino's is 30 kilometers, there is no point in ordering in Domino's. Even if they want to deliver in 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 kilometers, it's impossible. First thing, I will look at the location. The second thing, I will look at the quality, how taste it is. The third thing I will look at is pricing. The fourth is the way after I get also, it should be hot, right? Pizza, you cannot have it if it is not hot. I have to have it. So I need to get fast, which delivers fast. To eat a simple pizza, listen. To eat a simple pizza, I'm looking for 4 features. To store 1 terabyte of my business data, sensitive data. Don't think I'll not do a research. All four are helping me to store the data. All four are helping me to process the data. Do you think I would have not done a research? Next 1 hour, I'm going to have a pizza. I'm doing a research. For next 1 decade, I'm going to run a business. Do you think I would have not made a decision? Do you think I would have not decided the cloud? Definitely, I would have compared each and every feature. Definitely, I would have compared each and every feature. When I compared, the topmost cloud computing service is Amazon Web Service. The second best cloud computing is Microsoft Azure. But I'm going to teach a second position. Any guess? Any guess? No. Just because I'm working in Microsoft, I'm not giving explaining you Microsoft. No. This was the first best cloud service. This is second best cloud service. Why I'm teaching second best cloud service? Okay. Let me tell you the answer. Cloud
In
is a
your
cloud. The actual answer which I want to share you is both are good. Your Pizza Hut is also good. Your Domino's is also good. But what's your priority? Is it a taste? Is it a distance? Is it a quality? Is it a price? At one point of time, you need to sacrifice. If your taste is really good, you have to afford of paying more. If you're okay, if you have a very budget friendly dinner, then you have to sacrifice something. Both is having pros and cons. One of the best cloud service is AWS, where you can build your web applications, where you can use it for storage, where you can use it for processing, where you can use it for app development. You can use your cloud service for everything. Similarly, your Azure also provides everything. But for data engineering, no one can ever beat Microsoft Azure. That's the top most providing service because when data is huge, your cost also matters. Here, I'm saying that 10 lakhs is my total amount that I need to spend for my KSR. One cloud service is telling I will do it for 4 lakhs. One cloud service will say that I'll do it for 3 lakhs. Obviously, I need to look for multiple factors. I will look for cost. I will look for data governance. I'll look for data security and I will look for one-stop shop. Well, in my research across all the companies, many companies are preferring Azure for data engineering requirement. If there's anything like machine learning or a data science or a data analyst, obviously AWS also we can use it. It's one of the top. You, I'll tell you another example. Okay, I'll tell you another example. Listen carefully. This will answer your question. Okay, this will answer your question. What is the difference between first rank student and second rank student? First rank student would have scored 99 in physics, 98 in chemistry, science 97, okay, maths 95. Okay, now total if you see, this is the topmost student, this person. The second person, if you see, maths 100, chemistry 85, science 75. This is a second rank student. Now, what is the difference? First rank student has scored consistently high. Second rank student has scored only in maths. I need a person who has scored well in maths. I'll pick this. Simple. Simple. I don't care about chemistry. I don't care about physics. Why I need first rank student? I need a person who's strong in maths. I'll pick it. Similarly, Azure could be the second. But for my data engineering, what are the services required? What am I going to use? For that, I need Azure because that's one of the topmost service provider. Doesn't matter what is my total marks. I need for specific use case, what is my best service? That's why we are choosing Azure. There are companies who are actually also using AWS also. They are called AWS engineer. See, this is data engineer. Okay. But unfortunately, in the data engineer, there is a on-premises problem. That's why you're learning Azure. When you learn Azure, you become Azure data engineer. When learn GCP, you become GCP data engineer. When learn AWS, you become AWS data engineer. You just need to understand data engineering, and for usage, you can use anything. And I'll promise you one thing. Today, if you learn Azure data engineering, you can learn any other technology. Tomorrow, if Azure becomes costly, some people what they do assume that Azure it's in demand, right? Obviously, they will increase all the price. Then what happens? Everyone will switch to AWS. Well, you can even work in AWS. The concepts you're going to learn here will make you a very strong foundation if you're jumping. But as far as my research, as far as my experience, as far as my market trend, as far as our job openings, I have done a lot of research. Data engineering with Azure is the topmost job provider in the current market for the last 3 years, and it does continue to do so for the next 3-4 years. After 3-4 years, don't ask me where. I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. That's what everyone's had a good learning with the COVID. No one expected. I was a person who always used to predict future. After COVID, I stopped doing it because we don't know what is happening going to happen tomorrow. But still, I'll give you a promise for the next 3 years, will be in demand because 2025 it is expected that the data will touch 175 gigabytes and there is no one to manage it. Who is going to manage? You people. Okay. With that, we are going to learn Microsoft Azure in this course. As and then to become a data engineer, you need to learn SQL. 100% coding is required, Python, followed by data warehousing and big data concepts. Suddenly the data is keep on increasing. You need to know how to handle it. And that's the concept, big data. And at last, 50% of your knowledge you will be learning on cloud. And in this course, we are learning Azure. Maybe you can even learn AWS or even you can learn GCP. But this course specifically focus on Azure because we have a lot of job opportunities with respect to Azure. Okay, with that, the demand for data engineers is keep on increasing every single year by year. And we can see that 26 to 28, if you observe, the job openings and the demand for engineers is going to reach up to 50 to 60% of the growth. Even in terms of packages, even in terms of opportunities, everything is this is going to increase. As and then I keep saying this, show me a technology or show me a domain where data is not involved, you will not have an answer. Wherever data is involved, there you will have an opportunity. Banking, e-commerce, telecom, health, travel, retail, digital, wherever you go, data is always behind you. I should have asked in a different way. Show me show me a domain where you don't have an opportunity. There is no answer for this question. Wherever data is involved, data engineering is there. And as and then, as a simple IT experience, the IT standard, if you're a 5 years experience, you can get a 10 lakhs per package. And if you're a 10 years experience, you can even expect 20 lakhs. But with respect to data engineering, if you're 5 years, your package can still go up to 20 lakhs. 4 times your experience you can get with respect to data engineering. These are all normal technologies: testing, support, Java, .NET, testing, all this. If you want to be I pay value, if you want to get paid well, there is no other course than data engineer. Okay. With that, the median salary which you can easily get is 17 lakhs for a normal decent experience. Majority of the experience, majority of the projects will be banking because each and every one will have a bank account. Digital world, everything is happening digital. So this has a lot of job opportunities with respect to data engineers. I have framed couple of questions. After that, I'll answer each one of your question. Who should go for this course? Obviously, this is good for good opportunity for freshers because once you come out of the college, everyone says learn Java, learn testing, get into IT. It's not going to happen. If you're going for an opening for Java as a fresher, if 5 openings are there, 5,000 people will come. That's the trend for Java. In 5,000 people, how do you will get shortlisted? If for a fresher, if 100 people they are asking data engineers, only 20 are coming because only 20 know what is data engineering. It's a very good opportunity for freshers. Unfortunately, freshers will always be at the negative side where they don't get much calls. But data engineering, at least you can expect 2 to 3 calls every week. You can get a job. If you want to get into a highly skilled where you want to get a very, very high paying, you can go with this course. Anyone who wants to have a non-technical to technical, we can still go for it. But the only hard part is you have to learn coding. Nothing comes easy. Learn coding, get into a new career, right? Another one thing which I'll say is I've almost teached 45 to 46 technologies in my career. Honestly, openly, I'll tell you, data engineering is tough. I'm not demotivating you, but if you learn, you'll get high pay. There are other courses which I can recommend you, but data engineering, if you learn, you can even get 30 to 40 lakhs for a decent 6 to 8 years experience. Tougher the subject, better the growth. Last month, 10,000 people they got laid off in Microsoft. Just 10 minutes before the session, one of my friend called. Every month end, Monday, they're sending an email. I'm worried tomorrow, and my hands are shivering. Tomorrow morning, what if they send an layoff email? He was shivering. 10 minutes before the session, he was talking to me, my colleague, Microsoft colleague. It happened because every month end, Mondays only, they are laying off. This has happened for the last 3 to 4 months. Some comes in news. If they are laying off 10,000, 20,000, it comes in news. If it is laying off 50 or 40, they will never reveal in the news. 10 minutes before the session, my friend is shivering, is saying that tomorrow, what if I get a layoff email? And see me, happily, I'm taking session. You know why? I'm 100% sure I'll not be part of that. Reason? I'm well aware of advanced technologies in the market. If the company fires me, company will be the loser. I am not going to be the loser. You should have that attitude if you want to succeed in IT. Happily, I'm taking session. Tomorrow morning, we may all get layoff emails. See what I'm doing? That's the power of knowing multi-skilled. If you know the technologies, never ever worry about layoffs. It is a tough subject, but if you master it, there is no one can ever stop you. With that, after completing this course, you will be learning SQL, Python, Big Data, PySpark, Cloud Computing. Especially, you will be focusing on Azure. End of this, you will be learning all these tools. One last question I need to talk to you is there are n number of course online. There is n number of materials in Google. Why should I join KSR? I'll tell you one thing openly. I'm not a born trainer. I'm not a trainer at all. I'm a working profession. All my examples, all my teaching will be only from the work which I'm doing in the company. I'm not reading any books. I am not reading any materials. I'm not going through any videos. Whatever I'm teaching, it is all what I am doing in the company only. The reason why KSR never never hires a trainers rather than they hire a people who are working in company because they are the better people who knows of this subject. I have a very good friend who is a trainer. He just by hearts all the answers. He just focus on all the materials, comes to the class, speaks non-stop, perfect, fluent English. He will speak and he will teach everyone. What is the use? You simply have to listen. But here, we are going to give you a live examples. 60 to 65 hours of only training. Rest of the hours, we are going to build projects. Okay. In our experience, we are going to build 8 to 10 pipelines. When I say pipeline, each project will be like a pipeline. And if you're going with any online course, no course will have all the related subject in one place. You can go and research. SQL you have to learn separately. Python you have to learn separately. PySpark you have to learn separately. Azure you have to learn separately. That's what is happening all over the other institutes and online training. But here, all subject you can get at one place. And I keep saying this. I'm not prepared for this session. I'm telling you. Right from morning, I'm busy outside. I reached home at 6:55, 7 o'clock, I joined the class. Do you think I'll be preparing, reading everything? No. Whatever I know, I'm teaching. Yesterday, what happened? I gave you example in this class, right? Instagram Reels, what happened? I'm telling you that example as a class. Do you think I'm prepared for that? I was talking about cricket match. It's happening lively there and I'm talking about it. All my examples will be live examples according to the situation and according to your understanding. I never explained what is big data. You people understood by yourself. That's how we are going to train you. With that, once this course is completed, we will be helping you with the interview guidance. We'll be taking mock interviews. We will be helping you with the resume preparation. And if you keep on listening my voice, you will also improve your soft skills. How to be confident, how to answer confident, how to speak in interview, how to improve your communication skill, everything you will learn here. We will be having a domain session. We will be having some a preparation time, practice, mock interviews, everything we will be covering. We'll be hearing your background, and based on that, we will be helping you how to prepare resumes. With that, very proud to say that KSR Data Vision we focus on your offers rather than everything else. With that, I would like to end my session.